KBN.
I know what you're saying. If only there was a legal show that was on the radio that I could call for free to get free legal advice. If only there was a radio show that could give me guidance and not send me a bill. If only there was a radio show that had some of the best lawyers around that could answer my question and they wouldn't charge me. If only. Well, there is, and this is it for over 30 years. This is that legal show. This is that dream come true. Yes, it is. It's the one and only legal show on Thursdays. Longest running legal show on radio, on News Radio 570 WKBN, brought to you by Beatrice Kopp. Any legal questions you might have on any issue that's facing you. All right, so whether that be child supports, divorce, custody issues. Well, I always have some of the best attorneys on that. How about auto accidents, medical malpractice, dog bites? How about contractual issues? How about property disputes? Well, whatever the case might be, we can answer those legal questions. And the time is now to call us till 6 o'clock tonight. I have two lines in Youngstown open at 330-729-9977. So if you got a legal question, the time to call is now. This place to call is here. 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977 on News Radio 570 WKBN. Now let's go to the law firm of Beatrice Kopp and see who joins us tonight. It's always an adventure. I always pray before I go on the program. I say, Lord, please make sure Attorney Mark DeVecchio is joining me on this broadcast, as he has done so well for years, because if he's not here, it leaves a void in my life.
You are a beautiful human being, Ron Verb. Thank you for the kind words over and over again. Thank you for your kind words, and I appreciate you, and I am here.
Well,
All right, that is...
Ron, you
yes.
better know something. This is his
Yes.
last show. So
What do you mean it's last show?
This is Mark's last show. So your prayers and wishes have been answered for tonight, but this is the last one.
Well, I'm going to probably have some kind of an announcement next week, Ron. I can't really talk about it right now, but I think something. I got a little something to share with you next week.
All right. Well, this is I'm upset. It kind of sets me back in my chair. I mean, I'm a little bit saddened by whatever that could be, but I'm going to be on the edge of my seat.
It's all good. It is all good.
right.
It's good news. Yeah, it's good news.
All
I just
right.
wanted you to be aware that this is the last night. Your hopes and dreams have been answered.
Right, because Mark has taught me how to, when Tally first came to the broadcast, I was having a tough time with her name, folks. I mean, it's a unique name. And Mark says, Ron, it's like, he taught me how to remember Tally. All right. So that's why. And then I thought, boy, that is really good, Mark, Tally. And it connected with me, and I can never forget her name now. And then Mark says, and now I'm going to teach you how to always get her last name right. It's a difficult last name. I'm going to make the same connection. And so that's why I know it's oregano. And is that close, Mark?
It's close enough.
Ron,
I have judges that call me that. So thank you for that, Ron.
She called you by Rob tonight and not Ron.
That's all
You're
right.
calling me out?
No, he deserves it.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Incidentally, you know how I wanted to start the show off today? And I'm a little saddened by it all. I got to tell, I'm glad first of all, I'm glad all three of you are with us, because that's the voice of James Melfi. I think I recognize Jimmy's voice.
That's right.
Right, Jim?
That's right, Ron. How
All
you
right.
doing?
I'm doing well. Attorney James Melfi, excellent litigator, excellent attorney, I might add. And Attorney DeVecchio with the big announcement then coming up that he doesn't want to tell me about. And I'm on the edge of my seat. And our dear friends and new addition of the firm, the great Attorney Tally, who's just making a lot of great stuff at the firm going on these cases. But I wanted to start the show, all three of you. You know what I wanted to say?
What?
Are you ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
Bam! Frank wins another one.
That's good.
Like that real estate guy does that commercial.
Yes.
Bam! Well, I wanted to start the program if he would have been here with bam! Frank wins another one. He just won another big case.
Yeah.
Good.
He
how
is
about-
killing it right now. He
If I'm
is
in trouble,
on
I'm
he
calling
is on a
Frank.
heater like you can't believe.
Mm-hmm. He is.
I mean, he is on a winning streak. I mean, he really is.
Well, you know
I mean,
what? Though, in all honesty, he's just a really good lawyer. He's a
You're damn
really
right.
good lawyer. And as a lawyer myself, I really respect somebody like that. I mean, he is he has all the traits that you would look for in a good lawyer. He studies hard, he prepares hard, he knows his case in and out, and he's not afraid to stick his neck out and fight and advocate. And the results are, the proof is in the pudding, because he's been killing it.
Yeah, he really has been. And it's just, but I didn't get to do my big introduction. So don't tell him. I'm going to save it for next time.
Okay, we won't tell
You
him.
hear me? You hear me, Melfi?
It's
I
a
hear you.
Now,
secret.
incidentally, oh, that wasn't, Melfi was kind of just, I hear you,
I hear you.
Now, did you, Mark, I don't know if you have your phone or not. I sent Mark a picture for your calendar last week of Attorney Beatrice.
Oh, let me
Oh,
see. 'Cause
well-
I'm compiling. I do not have them this year in the gift exchange, but I think I still
Who
have
do
to.
you have?
Could you resend that, Ron?
It's
Because if
Secret
you
Santa
sent it last
for a
week,
reason.
I was
I know
having
almost all of that.
Apple problems, and my text messages weren't coming in. So, and my emails weren't coming in,
Nor his calls.
nor my
his
calls.
texts.
So we ironed most of it out. So if you could resend it, I'd like to share it with everybody here.
Yeah, because this goes back a ways, and I want to make sure that, because Melfi is so good at putting these calendars together.
You know what? Funny you should say that, because I just looked at that calendar again like an hour ago and laughed out loud hard, like
Yeah, you were
laughed
cackling,
hard.
Yes.
I mean,
Good one.
how you matched him up with Grandpa Munster
Oh.
and one of the Muppets. It was brilliant.
And
It
then
was
I did
great.
it by season too. So in the summer, I had all of his boat pictures, and then
Yeah,
in the
you-
winter he was.
That took a lot of thought.
I mean, he was matched, like he would get a picture, and in this one picture, David looks like Grandpa Munster. He does. And then he put Grandpa Munster right next to him. And
You
then
guys better hope Dave doesn't have you guys for Secret Santa, because maybe he'll come back.
I don't,
He's
first of
not
all, I
that
don't think
creative.
Jimmy Melfi ever took a bad picture. I mean, look at him. So I don't think he has to worry about that.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that? There's kind
Yeah,
of a
that's
compliment there.
a real compliment.
See?
I appreciate that, Mark.
Absolutely.
Very, very interesting. All right. Mark has a big announcement. When is the big announcement going to come on next week's program?
Well, he
I
won't
think
be
it
on
should come
next
on.
week.
Well,
She should make it on a program
I'll
next week.
I'll call you. We have to talk.
But it's
All
good.
right, that's
It's good. Don't be scared.
Well, I'm very nervous. You know how
Don't
that
you
goes.
be nervous, Ron.
All right.
I got you.
I'm-
I'll always
all
have your
right.
back. All right.
All right. Because Attorney DeVecchio, I'm going to tell you something, everybody. Attorney DeVecchio is a good, decent man. I mean, Mark DeVecchio is the real deal. I mean, when he represents his clients, he represents their best interest, not, the running up the bill or anything like that. He'll make the argument. Let's not argue over this piece of property, that piece of property, because the legal fees will eat it all up. And as a result of it's just not worth doing that. I mean, he's just really a guy that really represents his clients so well.
Thank you.
Represents them so well. You
Thanks,
know what
Ron.
I mean?
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
So let me just note for the record, Jimmy Melfi is so handsome he can't take a bad picture. And Mark DeVecchio is the best attorney alive. And we have Tally Oregano. I just wanted to make that clear for the record.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And what, Mark, I'm going to text you a picture. This was a picture I took when my son was young and his teacher was giving him an award. And I'll never forget when I took this picture, and it meant so much to me when my son was getting an award from his teacher. I'm just sending that to you.
Okay.
And when he got that award, I was such a proud father. I snapped that picture and I said, boy, I want to save that forever. Of course, he was younger at the time. And I just wanted you to see that picture. I was a very proud father at that particular time.
Okay. I just got it. Okay. Yeah.
That's my son and his teacher. And I wanted to make sure I took that picture, and I could always remember that special moment.
Your son looks so proud. Your son looks so proud at what he's accomplished.
He does.
Yes. And when I took that picture, I thought that's something I want to say forever. I was so proud of him with his teacher giving him that award. And isn't that a
That's
special
funny.
picture?
That is a special picture. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thought you'd enjoy that. All right. So with our attorneys, you're on the air tonight. Hello.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a question. I used to have an insurance health insurance through a company. It was called Thin Blue Line, and the Ohio Attorney General shut them down. And as of August 31st, I had to go out and get all new health insurance for the rest of the year. And I'm stuck with getting all these bills now. What, any recommendations? Some people say get attorney. I said the attorney general's involved. I mean, what do I really need to preserve my case and not? I don't want to end up filing bankruptcy over all these medical bills.
Yeah.
I've been in the hospital a few different times,
We would need
Well.
to see the insurance prior to see when
Here's your problem. Thin Blue Line, it's they're currently under investigation in several states for providing unlawful insurance.
Yeah.
It says that they'll continue to pay claims from the current plan year, but you're going to have to find new coverage. Various states and federal agencies are involved, and the Fraternal Order of Police has notified its members that the plan is no longer valid. So the plan ends it ended August 31st, 2025. If you had a claim prior to that, I would think that they have to cover it.
Yeah, you have to submit it though. So make sure you submit it to
Yeah.
them.
If the
Yeah,
AG is investigating this insurance company,
they've been submitted, and all these people are calling me wanting money now. They said they're receiving things, and I've tried for 30 days and never got a response back from these people.
Who's calling you wanting money? The doctors?
The hospital.
Okay, the medical
doctor's
providers,
office,
medical care
anything that-
providers.
any claim.
Well, you were insured
The
at that
medical
time, so
providers.
you send them right back
Well,
to Thin Blue Line.
Let me get you guys to get Tally close to the mic or turn it up a little bit because I'm not hearing her as good as they should.
Go ahead, James.
So whoever any of my medical providers or any claims, they're all wanting money and stuff, and I'm like, I don't have that. I don't have thousands and thousands.
does Thin Blue Line pay
dollars,
anything towards your medical bills with any of these hospitals or providers?
I think they paid an early one back in January because I kept saying, well, where's my EOBs? I thought because they said everything's digital that I couldn't find it online. And so when I finally got through to them right before the Attorney General shut them down, he said, don't be surprised if you don't get a bunch in a thing. Well, I got 2 EOBs the following week, and that's all I've gotten all year. And I've actually had a nice couple little vacations at St. E's, and numerous medical testing, stress tests, cardiac, all kinds of cardiac.
Did you have
So I have no idea what I owe.
Did you have any
But I know
medical?
it's not going to be cheap.
I would call St. E's and ask them, did Thin Blue Line pay anything towards these bills?
And were any of the bills incurred after August 31st?
No. This is all. I'm talking. These are all bills. I had a cataract replacement back in March. They want paid, and they said the other thing. And the lady said, you signed for it. You're on the hook for it. I said, well,
Call Mercy's billing
just,
department.
You want your money, so does everybody else. Everybody. I don't know if they get in the news. Everybody seems like they're all reaching out at the same time.
Here's what I'm going to tell you to do is reach out to Mercy's billing department, ask for itemized statements, because on that statement, you'll be able to see what, if anything, your insurance paid toward those procedures or hospital stays. And then you'll be able to solve the problem from there. But if you don't know if they paid anything, you have to find that out.
And then what the companies just not performing. So caller, my question to you is, they're saying we want paid now and your bad insurance company's your problem. Is that an accurate statement?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I called the Ohio Attorney General. I tried to speak to them. They said, we don't give any kind of legal advice. I've called the Ohio, Insurance Commission. I've talked to them. I said, I just want to preserve my case. I want to know what I need to do, and they said make payments. But, some people, they say, well, one of the things that it was $1,000, they said they'll drop it to $360. But I got the impression they want that $360 right now, lump sum.
But step one is to get the
payment.
bills from Mercy.
Yeah, and then what I would do is also I would contact the Attorney General's office and I would contact the Ohio Department of Insurance and ask for their assistance on your situation. You know, the attorney.
I've done that. They said we don't
Well-
offer any advice. They said maybe contact an attorney.
But
you know,
you're a
but I'm
victim
like-
of fraud. You
First,
paid a
get the
premium.
itemized statement to see if they've paid anything. That's your first step. After that,
Okay.
after you see if they've paid anything, I mean, when he calls Blue Line, does anybody answer from Blue Line?
No,
No,
they're
it's under
done. They
investigation.
were selling
I get an
insurance.
answering service.
They were
usually, and they said, "Well, we'll relay it."
Well, listen, you could file a complaint with the Attorney General and the Department
Yeah.
of Insurance. So that's what I would do. I would file a complaint against them. So you contact the Ohio Attorney General's Department, the Ohio Department of Insurance. Tell them you're not going to be the only person that's doing this,
No, there's
because
gonna be a lot.
you know there's a lot of states where this is a problem. They were collecting premiums and they didn't have the ability to pay these bills. They weren't paying them.
There should
So-
be forms on the AG site that you could fill out to file a complaint.
But if you have those itemized statements, it's going to be easier to submit to them
Exactly.
and say,
So
listen,
you have to tell them what your damages are, what you know,
Mhm.
what you owe. And
these are my bills.
Okay.
I was insured during this period of time.
So
and
here's my next question for him. What is he supposed to do when the hospital is calling him saying, we want paid? We don't care what you signed. Somebody's got to pay.
Well,
they can ruin the guy's credit.
yeah,
They can harass him.
he-
What rights does he have? Or what should he do?
he
in
could always
handling that?
yeah, I mean you can't say not to pay the claim. I mean, he owes the money. So
Typically,
if-
they'll negotiate with you.
if you have the
Usually,
ability
yes.
to pay it, you pay it, and then you seek compensation through the Attorney General's office or the Ohio Department of Insurance. Also, there's a victim of crime department here in the state of Ohio, and you are a victim of crime. They may reimburse you for your out-of-pocket costs. I mean, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So I would call everyone. I would keep calling. I mean, your credit rating's going to take a hit, or you could start making monthly payments to the medical providers.
And they could be
You don't-
lower. If
yeah,
can't
you don't
afford it.
have to lump sum them.
Yeah.
As long, I mean, you could offer them a lump sum, a compromised amount, and just using round ball numbers. If it's $1,000, say I'll give you 500, or you could pay $10 a month until this thing gets ironed out.
If the hospital's
Well,
willing to accept that, usually they're not going to take $10 a month.
Well, I mean,
I was going to say, what's the minimum I could say that I can keep my head afloat, that they can't do anything against me?
You got to
Some
ask
people
them.
say 5. I don't know.
yeah, no,
I-
you
why
have to
I was
ask them.
trying to-
They'll have restrictions. I mean, and the bottom line is, if they sue you, then you could turn around and name Thin Blue Line as a third-party defendant. So, but you know,
Make
that's
sure
a
you keep
mess.
track of
yeah,
all of your
it's a mess, and
payments.
you can't get blood from a rock.
Here's what
So-
I would tell you: go get your itemized statement, see what Thin Blue Line paid, if anything.
If
And
anything,
then if
yeah.
they're supposed to pay something, there's forms on the AG site, like Mark said, victims of crime. Start filling out that paperwork, submit any documentation you have. In the meantime, for example, if you're going to owe something out of pocket to Mercy, you could attempt to negotiate with them in an amount that you can pay to satisfy these bills.
Or set up payments, and then make sure you keep track of those payments. Though every time you pay, keep a copy
Yeah.
of the bill that you paid, so that way,
Yeah.
if they do get
It says be prepared for ongoing issues. The situation is still developing, and there may be delays in resolving outstanding issues or getting payments made.
yeah, so there could be an
So-
indictment in 2 years. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a terrible situation for you, and I'm sorry, but
that sucks.
that's the best advice we could give you is to contact the agencies we discussed, find out if you're eligible to collect under victims of crime.
Did they file bankruptcy?
I don't think they filed a bankruptcy. They're being
Because you'd get
I think
notice.
they're getting indicted. I mean, I think it
There's
looks
a
like yeah,
investigation.
and
Yeah.
it's probably going to be federal because it's
It's health
various
Multiple
states.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the best you can do
Incidentally,
is
all right.
what we gave you. Thanks.
Thank you. Good luck to you. Mark, I sent you that picture to give to Jim Melfi for the 2026 Beatrice calendar. That was taken in 2018 when he was in my studio. And I believe he might have, it was during the legal broadcast. And it looks like he might have.
We have another picture for your calendar. I
That
was
was in
I was there that
2018.
day.
The fact
I remember I was there that day.
Ron, off air, Mark will give me your number and I will send you what I've compiled thus far this year.
Good.
And
Yes.
it'll give you a good laugh.
That's
really, I
great.
think we should have copies for the public. You know what I mean? We should sell the Beatrice calendar. all
We could
these
probably
bad
make money off of
pictures.
that at this point.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That is
Right.
classic.
You know, but that's a classic day from 2018 when he was in my studio. I think he wasn't feeling well that day, Mark, if you know what I mean.
I
We
do
should give
know
all
exactly
clients
what
like a
you mean.
complimentary copy of the Beatrice calendar.
Yeah, I mean, we should sell it and raise money for charity. I think a
Yeah,
lot of
we
people-
should. Let's pick a good charity and let's do it.
David would be a good
Okay,
sport
so
about it.
I got a text message. The people I work with are bullies. They did this picture and they hung it in my office. The man on the left is from the movie Mars Attacks, and the man on the right, I don't know why his forehead looks so big in that picture, but this is what they do to me. They constantly pick on me, Ron.
Well, he's not
This was
referencing
a-
the triple chin that is also in that picture.
That was- so this was when you put together, Melfi. This is brilliant.
I did not do the
Brilliant.
side by side. That was Frank, but the origins of his photo is my doing.
That's excellent.
That's classic.
Frank, you mentioned Frank. Bam! Frank won another one this week.
Here you
All
go.
right, you're on the air with our attorneys tonight. Welcome.
Hi, Ron. Thanks for taking the call.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
I appreciate you guys at least maybe hearing me out and see if you can help me or not.
Yeah.
I have a very small family, and on my mom's side, my mom was adopted, so she had no brothers or sisters. My father's side, he had 2 brothers and a sister, and only one brother had a child, and it was adopted. He adopted him. I adopted her. Anyway, my father, my uncles, they all have passed away. My
I'm sorry to
one
hear that.
uncle, who was basically he got all the property. He died in 2012, and I'm getting letters stating that I'm a beneficiary of a financial a company that he has money put away. And there's a local attorney that when I got this information, I knew that obviously that I have to go through the proper channels. I'm not going to try to, mislead anybody. I'm not trying to do anything. So I contacted the attorney that I thought was the individual that was the either executor of the estate or was in charge. And I've left numerous messages for this attorney, and he's not returned my call back at all. And I don't know if I have any kind of right toward this money because I don't know if it's been like 12 years, 13 years now, and the attorney still is not. He doesn't know about this. I mean, even after my messages, I keep checking in with the financial institution, and the money's there.
All right,
Hold that
it's
thought, Mark.
yeah.
Hang on, caller. I got to pause for my headlines, and I'll
I know
come
that's a
back.
lot of information. I apologize.
All right, just hang on, and we'll come back and try to answer your question after the headlines at 5:30. News Radio 570 WKBN and Ron Verb. This is a legal show, longest running run around, brought to you by Beatrice Cobb.
KBN.
All right, we're back at it. News Radio 570 WKBN and Ron Verb. This is a legal show brought to you by Beatrice Cops, segment 2, till 6 o'clock tonight, 330-729-9977. With our attorneys tonight, Tally's with us, Tally Oregano. That's how we lovingly refer to her. And in addition to that, we have attorney Mark DeVecchio and attorney James Melfi joining us tonight. The Kingmaker is off tonight. All right.
Kingmaker.
He is the Kingmaker. He steps in concrete, and it's classic. Okay.
He wears concrete shoes.
I can't believe I was in Florida for that.
I know.
It was.
We
it was
laughed pretty
good.
hard about
It
that
was
last
pretty
week.
good.
I got 4 texts from 4 different people saying he stepped in concrete. I'm like, man, I wish I was there.
I bet you my in-laws love that you say oregano and not their actual name. That probably makes them feel really great and happy.
They're happy about that. You're incognito, Tally.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go back to the caller who says, Mark, pick up your discussion with this caller.
Okay, so are you there, caller?
Wait a second. Now
There
he
we
is.
go.
Go-
There we
go
go.
ahead.
There I am.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I'm here.
What I would suggest is give the office a call, 330-746-8484. Call us in the morning. Jimmy, Tally, or myself, one of us will reach out to that lawyer to find out
Mhm.
what we could do for you. If not, we'll send them a letter and put them on notice, and we'll go from there.
Wonderful. Thank you again for taking my call. I appreciate it. I was just a little confused. And again, it was,
Well,
It,
do this, JJ. Call attorney.
I will
Call the
do.
office. Leave a
And thank
message
you very much, Ron.
for the attorneys. Okay.
Thanks,
I
caller.
appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. And thank you again. Have a great evening.
You too.
too.
Let them help you solve that problem. News Radio 570 WKBN. You're on the air with the attorneys tonight. Welcome.
Welcome. Hey, Ron, I want to ask the attorneys, does the state of Ohio have a muzzle law for dogs when they're outside being walked?
I think if they've already bitten somebody, they do. I don't know if they have one.
I never heard you got to put a muzzle on your dog when
No.
you're
No,
walking them on a leash.
Yeah.
Municipalities have leash laws, but
For muzzle, I've never heard of that.
no.
Now, if they have the propensity to bite, they've bitten before. Obviously, take reasonable care and take your due diligence to make sure that they don't bite anyone
Yeah,
else.
I
But you
just
don't have to
wonder
put a muzzle
because
on them.
The state of New York has a muzzle law when you're walking your dogs.
Nope, not
Yeah, but-
Ohio.
Not Ohio. We don't live in New
Well,
York.
it doesn't. We don't have statewide muzzle requirements, but some cities have ordinances that require it for certain dogs,
Okay.
and that's what we were talking about. Particularly dogs that have been deemed dangerous, meaning they've already
They've
had
bitten
a
someone
bite
before.
episode,
Mhm.
or vicious. And there are some dogs that qualify under a vicious designation,
It's
like
probably by
pit
breed.
bulls. Yes.
Mhm.
So, Cleveland Heights, I believe, has a local ordinance. Lima has a local ordinance for muzzling dogs. It may be required for any dog if it poses a threat, even a service animal.
Okay, caller. Thank you. We don't.
Thank
we
you.
don't. All right. We don't live in New York. I tell you, I got that picture up of that's of Attorney Beatrice and whatever that monster's head, and that is so damn funny. That is just so funny. It's hilarious.
What
a great-
was that the Muppet looking one, or what picture is that? Was that in your calendar?
Yeah, that was in my calendar. The
Yeah,
Munster.
The Munster.
Oh God, that's his Grandpa Munster. Exactly.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Good comparison.
It's this one, Mark. I'll send it to you. You know what
Okay.
I mean, it's just it's I mean, you couldn't.
Oh
take
my
it.
God, that's
Oh.
hysterical.
He's gonna love that one.
Yeah, it's is that not a great picture?
That's
It
Is that not-
is. It is. We got to send him. Ron, I got to send you the picture of Grandpa Munster if you haven't seen it already. I got to get it to you.
But I mean, I mean, just the bullying that Attorney Beatrice puts up from you guys is just phenomenal.
Wait
you
till
know
I
what
do the
mean?
one
And-
with ET.
Oh my God.
In the bicycle. I'll put his little dog in the front. I'll put David. He'll be floating on the bike.
That's
Oh my
funny.
God.
I
you
shouldn't
know,
give all
it-
these.
it-
I shouldn't give all my twisted
No,
thoughts away.
Yeah, you
don't.
gotta
Let it be a
wait.
surprise.
We should have like a
So
surprise calendar that they
so
can
listen to
purchase.
this, Melfi. I text back to him. What kind of people treat our senior citizens this way? After he sent me that picture, and he responds, "The people you're talking to." But Frank and Brian are bullies. Look at
Frank
my
and Brian aren't
foreheads.
here right now.
Right. Look
I
at
love
my
that I
forehead.
skirt this. That I skirt away from the
Seriously,
bullying.
Frank altered that picture. He thinks the picture was altered.
No, not altered, number one. And number two, multiple people have told him he looked very dapper this week. So
I
we're
was
not all
one of them.
bullies.
What did you say? They altered his forehead?
Yeah.
That's not a
claiming that.
forehead. That looks like a 5 head.
Oh my gosh. I don't think it was altered. Was it altered?
No.
No.
Oh, it is so much fun what happens to him on a daily basis, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I was trying to think, and I'd forgotten. I should have wrote it down. Remember when he said what his nickname was? What people called him? was that?
Something. Not
He
Boomer.
shopped in the Husky section.
No.
Yeah. But he had a
Favorite
nickname that
Boomer.
they would-
Was
His
it
favorite
Flubber?
Boomer or something like that.
Wasn't it Flubber?
No.
Flubber.
Flubber. That was it.
Yeah, that was it. See, y'all laughed at me. It was Flubber. You guys missed that show.
I'm not laughing
Blubber,
at
right?
you. I'm
They-
laughing at the nickname.
Flubber.
Yeah. So,
It was Flubber.
so his nickname was Blubber. So here's my dream.
Blubber.
Here's my dream. He's in Kirschbaum's court, right? And Kirschbaum was
Right.
the judge, and he says, "Excuse me, Blubber, could you come to the bench?" I asked only one thing from Scott Kirschbaum before he ever has to retire. Could you refer to Attorney Beatrice as Blubber and have him come to the bench? It would
That's
be hilarious. All right, so let's take more calls for our attorneys tonight. You're on the air.
So I seen Attorney Beatrice on Tuesday, and I agree with Tally. He did look very dapper.
Really?
Thank
He
you.
did.
How much did he pay you to call in?
Yeah, really.
So he looked dapper. Go ahead, caller.
He did, but I had not paid him, just everybody else.
Say again.
So I paid everybody else, but not Dave.
Paid
You
everybody else.
Everybody else.
Okay, who's your favorite?
Right now, Tally.
Another
Mm.
fan. Mark it on my 2-fan list.
So you saw Attorney Beatrice Tuesday.
I did.
What type of crime did you commit?
Oh no.
None.
What do you mean? If you saw Attorney Beatrice, you got to be in trouble with the law.
I was only in the lobby.
Well, if you're in the lobby of a legal office, you've done something terribly, terribly wrong.
Not
I
necessarily.
was
No.
not in trouble. The
Uh-huh.
other person was in trouble.
Oh, okay. So you were just there accompanying some type of criminal. Okay, I got it. I understand it. And you saw Attorney Beatrice, and he looked dapper.
He did.
I told you
Wow, that
guys.
is-
He's been
that
stepping
is
up his
really-
game.
Has he really?
He has.
Well,
I
I'm-
think
I even asked Tally that day if she took him shopping.
You did, and maybe she did.
I
You
haven't
know, and
yet.
please, it's not Attorney Beatrice. His name is Blubber.
Oh my god. He's gonna be so
That was
sad.
I know his nickname in high school. He should have never said it. Once he said it, it just kind of stuck with me. All right, he looked dapper, and we're glad you're here to defend him. Because I'll say this, Dave's a damn good lawyer, and he really is, and he's a good
He
sport.
is.
And no one has a more interesting life than Beatrice.
No.
Who else is walking in downtown Youngstown and concentrating on anything but where he's walking and walks through freshly poured concrete?
And
with
gets
the-
pulled
with-
over twice in the same day by the same cop.
Wasn't there a TV show that the opening had the person walk? Oh, The Odd Couple. Remember that, Ron?
Yeah.
Jack Klugman's walking down the street and he steps in wet cement.
Then it would seem like Brian Kopp would be the other one. You know,
Yeah,
they're the odd
Tony
couple.
Randall. Yeah.
Yes, Brian Kopp is Tony Randall. Dave Beatrice is as the other guy.
We're dating
I
ourselves,
like it.
though. The Odd Couple. That was my favorite
I have
show
no
back in
idea
the
what
day.
you're talking about.
1970.
Thank you for defending Attorney Beatrice, caller. You thought he looked good for a senior
That was
citizen,
really nice
correct?
of you.
He looked really good that day. I'll give him credit.
All right. Well, he needs a little boost now and then. Thank you for your call.
Have a good night, guys.
All right. But she thought her favorite attorney was Tally. That's very interesting.
Why is that very
She
She
interesting?
didn't think it. She
Be-
said it. That was an affirmative
because-
statement.
That's not very
because she-
interesting.
And it was emphatic,
Yes, it
too.
is, because she's the newcomer. You know what I mean?
My
She's-
clients love me.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Really? Act surprised.
No, I'm not surprised. It doesn't surprise me at all. You're on the air with our attorneys tonight. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Ron.
Yes. Go ahead, please.
I have a question for the attorneys. You know, we had a tragedy in Mahoney County about a month ago. It happened on Route 11, just south of 224, with a trooper being killed.
Mhm.
I never, the rig that was involved in the accident actually did the hitting whatever. I never heard anything. I know the OSP did a thorough toxicology on the gentleman, and that, as far as charges, whatever, I never heard anything else.
Well,
I'm just curious if any of your attorneys knew anything.
The last I heard was the investigation revealed that he wasn't impaired. So there was nothing that was affecting his ability, but he was in all likelihood distracted. So, distracted driving is a crime. So if he hasn't been charged with anything yet, I would imagine he's going to be. Distracted driving contributed to the death of a state highway patrolman. So I haven't heard if he's charged, but I do believe that probably something will be filed.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're on with our attorneys tonight. Legal show brought to you by Beatrice Cop, 543. Welcome.
Just so you know.
I actually drove through cement, so my car sunk all the way to the windows.
Have you ever?
That's David.
Have you ever walked through concrete, though, Caller? I mean,
No,
actually,
I have not walked, but I did drive. And the guy was screaming at me. I go, "You're yelling at me? There's no sign here." I didn't know. I mean, it was a gas station. I just drove in to get gas and went all the way to my doors.
You had a Beatrice moment. It's okay.
Anyway.
Yes.
I have a situation here I need your help with. Okay.
Yes.
During COVID, I accepted a job, vice president of leasing and acquisition for a company in Florida, but I lived in Ohio. So I had to travel back and forth. Now, the CEO said, look, here's your title, here's your email, but it's COVID time, so we're going to put you on a 1099 for a little bit of time and then go from there. So I've got all these promises. I'm working. I'm doing the leasing. I'm doing everything for it's a restaurant that's in higher end malls in the state of Florida. It's the largest franchisee.
Mm-hmm.
So years later, I'm still a 1099 and I'm not getting any vacation. I'm not getting any, insurance. And what he did when I said something, he took my email off thinking that was going to help. But everything I have says that was my position as an employee. I had to be at all the meetings. I had to direct people. And now 5 years later, he's dishonored our deal. And I can't do anything now because I can't file for unemployment. I can't do anything because he misrepresented I was a 1099.
Well,
what can I do?
Did you sign a contract?
No.
Okay. Florida is an at-will employee state, correct?
Yes.
So, I mean, you're in trouble because they could fire you, they could cut your hours, they could do anything to you as long as it's not illegal.
Though, Mark.
Yeah, but what about this?
Well, hang on a second, caller. Just settle down. This guy might not be a 1099 employee. There are requirements of you being a 1099 employee. You have to bring your own tools. You kind of make your own schedule. It's usually a subcontract.
Well, he said he's working from home, though, right?
The hallmark of a 1099 is they do not have control over the hours and manner in which you work. So I see it on the other side when a company is defending a case saying, well, he was an independent contractor and not an employee. And that's when we start digging into, well, what control did they have over you? What does your agreement look like? I'm in the middle of a case like that right now.
Well, and plus I have a ton of documentation that I'm the actual employee, vice president leasing. I had to represent them in Vegas. I mean, it was obvious because he gave me the position, the business cards, and I have him on voicemail. I am an employee. I had to be at all the meetings. I had to file my, time and everything. He just figured it was easier just to kick me to the 1099 and not pay the taxes. So there's got to be something I can do because that's against the law.
Yeah, is he really a 1099 employee based on what he described versus a regular employee?
Well, yeah. 1099 is more of like an independent contractor,
right?
And I would think if he's working from home, making his own hours, that's going to be what their argument is, right?
Yeah, but that you have a title, they gave you an email address,
then
you were
there might be
mandated to be certain places at certain times.
You definitely have evidence that you were an employee.
You may have a verbal contract. So
Does he have a case though? Because it doesn't sound like he's a 1099 employee to me.
No, it's not.
I mean, I'm not saying he's a 1099 person, or I'm not saying he's an employee. I mean, he's probably a lousy employee, but I mean, pick whichever.
No, I did everything for this guy. That's why I'm just so irritated, because he just did that to me. That's just wrong. I got a lot of witnesses that know, because we worked together with Kafaro on some of the deals that we were doing, and he knows my position because he met me in Florida and we had meetings with him. So I mean,
so should he get a lawyer?
Just a bad guy,
guys. I mean, does he have a case?
I don't know. If I could predict the future, I'd pick lottery numbers. But the general rule is an individual is an independent contractor. If a person for whom the services are performed has a right to control or direct only the result of the work and not what will be done and how it will be done.
Correct.
So they're going to look at the facts of your case because it's a fact-based determination.
You definitely have facts that are on your side, caller. The title,
exactly.
the things
I have so many emails and so many.
They're going to argue though.
Directing me.
Wait a minute.
His employees work for his employees. Go ahead.
They will argue though that you set the time and the manner of your work because you work from home. So there's arguments on both sides. Honestly, to give you proper advice, I think we would have to look at everything. But just from what you told us, it does sound like you have good evidence that states you were an employee.
And here's the thing: you cannot be a head of leasing and operations on my own schedule.
Right.
Yeah,
I
right.
was 9 to 9 doing this job. It wasn't like, I think I'll go do something today. I mean, it was the continuous. I mean, there's 31 stores, there's 400 employees, and I'm in charge of all of it.
Well, it sounds like you have a really good.
Under the common law, it says that the facts that provide evidence of the degree of control and independent fall into 3 categories. So it's a matter of how much control your employer has over you. Behavior: does the company control or have the right to control what the worker does and how the worker does his or her job? Financial: are the business aspects of the worker's job controlled by the payer or the employer? These include things like how the worker is paid, whether expenses are reimbursed, who provides the tools, who provides the supplies, and the relationship. They're going to look if there's written contracts or employee benefits type thing, like a pension plan, insurance, vacation pay.
Well, they won't have that because
So if you don't,
they won't have that because they stuck it to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just know that I have so much information that clearly shows that he's directing me to direct the people that are the employees. I'm the actual head of the entire department. Then I was the head of construction. So I have all this information from the architect. I had to be at all the meetings. I had to be.
It sounds like you have a lot of evidence, caller, for sure.
Yeah, I would contact an employer and a lawyer that specializes in employment law.
Mm-hmm.
In Florida, right? Because the case would be in Florida.
Yeah,
Mark?
now that.
Yeah,
do I have to go to Florida? I do.
Wherever the defendant resides is probably the proper venue.
Okay.
Because it happened in Florida.
Right.
The work.
Although
was in Florida,
no,
right?
if you agreed to the contract, you could probably argue concurrent jurisdiction in Ohio and Florida if it was done like over the internet or over the phone, and you were in Ohio, and you might have a venue battle.
Right.
But you could never go wrong by filing in Florida. So, from a convenience point of view, it may be better, for you in Ohio, but they might fight to move it to Florida.
I mean, and could he not counter by how this has affected his life? Once he lost the job, he had to open up an OnlyFans page, and his life spiraled out of control since then. I mean,
well, you have a job, and you opened one of those.
He may not have any damages. He might make more on his OnlyFans page.
Right?
No, not really.
Okay.
Is there embarrassment damages for being embarrassed? No, nothing like that.
Right. All right.
For doing something stupid. Okay.
I'm sorry. Your call is fading off as I reach over for the hang up button. All right. I wish you the very best of luck and hope you land on your feet
luck,
and
caller.
Yes.
I'm
Thanks
on
for
my
calling
feet.
in.
I just want to get back at him.
No, it doesn't sound like you are. It sounds like you're still struggling to me. So.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Yes. 552. You're on the air with our attorneys. Hello there.
Hey, Ron, it's Andrew. As a CPA, can I follow up with that guy's question about the self-employment stuff?
Yes.
Yes. So I don't know what case he would have, because there's a chance that, but depending on how he filed his taxes, he could be shooting himself in the foot trying to go back and be considered a W-2 employee. The only thing that he got shafted on would be two things. One would be the other 7.65% self-employment tax, which the employer would have otherwise picked up. And then perhaps maybe some unemployment comp, because they would have not been paying into that for him. But other than that, it's actually better to be self-employed most of the times, especially if you live in Ohio, because Ohio gets the business income deduction. You get the federal business income deduction as well. And he'd be able to write off all his mileage, so maybe a home office, some other business expenses, which should overcome the other 7.65%. It sounds like the caller may have just been upset that he didn't set his own money aside for taxes. And that happens. But if you look at the whole preponderance of evidence and the real facts, he's probably better off being self-employed, whether that was the appropriate status of him or not. He's probably better off.
Okay,
All right.
that's
Yeah.
a really good explanation. You even used preponderance of the evidence. Good job.
There you go. So I was just listening on that. So I figured I'd chime in there, guys. So
Thank
you guys
you.
do a great job. I listen to you every Thursday.
Thank you.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
calling in. I
Yep.
appreciate that.
Yep.
So that sounds good. I mean, that's so basically saying be careful of
Of what you wish for.
what you open up when you
Yeah.
pursue something like that. It could come back to haunt you. But a lot of times I think they're right. People that are 1099. Of course, there's a lot of rules, Mark and Tally and Melfi, when people say, oh, you got to be here at 9:00 and then we leave at 9:30 and you're using our tools and riding in our trucks. And then this is quitting time. That's not a 1099.
Right.
That's an employee.
Exactly. Exactly.
But, he was working from Ohio, but yet, they say you got to be at these meetings at this time. But maybe on a day-to-day type of approach, they weren't dictating what he did on a day-to-day. They say, other than that, you're in charge of this stuff. You figure it out.
You know what? Doesn't it seem like everybody became independent contractors during COVID, though?
Yes. Yeah, that was a weird
'Cause,
time.
yeah, it was. We'll talk about that years from
Super
now,
weird
and
time.
not believe that we went through that.
No.
That the world
I
went
still
through
can't
that.
believe it.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I'd do
amazing.
6 months of COVID right now.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would with everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, people did work from home during COVID.
Yeah.
They were still
Yeah.
employees. They didn't. I mean, you were still an employee. You just didn't go to the
We
office.
we
too.
showed up for work
Kinda
every
feature.
day during COVID, and the only person that had COVID was David, like 12 times.
Oh my God. Stage
the
5.
most vaccinated. He was the most vaccinated person I knew on the planet.
Yeah.
I know. I can't think of anybody who had more vaccinations, and yet he's also the person who had COVID more often
Than everybody
anyone
else
I
in the
know.
office
Actually,
combined.
Listen, did he actually have
And I worried
COVID,
because he was
though?
a senior. Yes, he had COVID, and he's a senior citizen. That could have killed him because
He was at
he's-
risk. He had all
he
the
was
factors
elderly.
to be at risk.
What were those factors? I'd like you to review
Yeah,
them for me,
go ahead.
Jim. What were those factors?
Age, body composition. Well, those are the two most significant factors that I can think of.
So what do you mean though? I understand age, you're saying because he was elderly, the COVID thing could have affected him. But when you say body composition,
murder us.
what does that mean?
Well, I think Mark said his nickname like a couple minutes ago, so I think we can all
Yes.
infer what that meant.
So you're saying basically the risk categories were for people being senior citizens and overweight. Would that be accurate statement?
That would be accurate, yes.
Okay. Yeah, but you use the term body composition.
I was being polite.
I like that body composition. That was
That
good.
was
His
good.
body
was-
habitus, yes.
That was
And
good.
then Ron was kind of like giving you
Yeah.
a direct examination there. That was good.
Right. I was putting him in a corner where he had to admit he thought Dave was fat.
And you said this, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
That was
And sure
lovely.
enough-
Good job.
Sure enough, he gave into it and that kind of stuff. But how come he looks so dapper? Now, Tally, did you take him shopping for clothes? I mean, I know that
Okay.
you're working with him.
I haven't yet. No, I haven't been working with him. I don't know what he's been doing. I don't know if it's his wife, Pam. Shout out to Pam. But he's been looking really good. His clothes match. They're not wrinkled. His shoes. He has not worn socks and sandals in so long, and I've not seen any duct tape on his shoes. And so recently, every time he comes in, I'm like, Dave, you look really good. Like, I'm proud of you. And he's like, thank you. So I haven't taken him shopping yet. I keep offering, but the guy's a little busy. So
Now, is he still shining his shoes, Mark, with WD-40? You said.
I think he is.
His life hack.
I think he is.
He has a
He
lot
was
of
so
life
proud
hacks.
when he told us that.
He was. Yeah.
WD-40. Sheesh.
He sprays that on his shoes, and somehow he thinks that's the answer to shoe polish.
Yeah. Yep. Might give it a little shine though.
Maybe the concrete wouldn't have stuck to his shoes if he had
It
WD-40.
would have just slid
Probably
right
not.
off.
Yeah.
Nothing would stick to those shoes with WD-40 on it.
Walking out of federal court that day when I was reading those text messages, I'm like, this makes my day a lot better.
I mean, it's just when I saw that picture, it was the best in the world. It was, and you know what, Melfi, please, I beg of you, put the calendar together for 2026. It doesn't matter if you get them in Christmas gift present. You just got to do the calendar for all of us. Okay?
I think I will. I'll send you a
We
copy.
should raise
Ron.
money for charity. I really do. It should be a surprise calendar. You have to purchase it in order to look at it, and we can raise money for charity.
I think that's a
maybe
great
we should
idea.
maybe we should have a tally calendar as well.
Mine would not be as exciting.
Well, you never know. You never know. All right. We appreciate it. Tally, always nice to hear you. Mark, I look
Thanks.
forward to what is to come. And
Dun, dun, dun.
no, yeah.
Ron, thank you
Melfi,
for everything. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're one of the best in the world. And you know that.
You are too, brother. Thank you.
The great attorney, Mark DeVecchio.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.